The longer anxiety goes unaddressed, the worse it gets. Aggression and anxiety don't seem like they go together. If you recognized your dog in more than one of those signs, most dogs with anxiety never get helped. Not because their owners don't love them, but because their owners never knew there was a problem. Anxiety in dogs rarely looks the way people expect. We've been taught to look for obvious distress, shaking, howling, hiding under the bed, but that's not how most anxious dogs show it. Most of them show it in ways that look like personality quirks, bad habits, or just normal dog behavior. And so it goes unnoticed, sometimes for years. That matters for one very simple reason. The longer anxiety goes unaddressed, the worse it gets. The anxiety circuit in the brain gets faster and stronger with every stressful experience. What starts as mild unease becomes chronic fear, and chronic fear starts to break the body down from the inside. The immune system, the gut, the joints. An anxious dog that never gets help doesn't just stay the same, they deteriorate. But here's what changes when you catch it early. You give your dog a genuine chance at a different life, a calmer nervous system, a body that isn't constantly flooded with stress hormones, a dog that can actually enjoy the life you're trying to give them. And it changes things for you too, because living with an anxious dog is exhausting, even when you don't fully realize that's what you're dealing with. So here are 8 signs that your dog is anxious that most owners completely miss. Sign number 1, excessive licking and yawning. If your dog yawns a lot, you probably think they're tired. If they lick their lips repeatedly, you probably think they want food. But when these behaviors happen out of context, when there's no food around, when your dog isn't tired, when something slightly stressful is going on nearby, they mean something else entirely. Veterinary behaviorists call these displacement behaviors. They're things dogs do to self-soothe when they're feeling anxious or overwhelmed. A quick flick of the tongue, a yawn in the middle of a walk, a dog that licks the same spot on their leg over and over. These are your dog's way of trying to cope with stress they don't know how to express any other way. Most owners never make that connection. Sign number 2, being unusually clingy. A dog that follows you from room to room, that can't settle unless they're touching you, that panics the moment you're out of sight. Most owners see this as affection, and it is affectionate, but it's also a sign that something isn't right. A secure, balanced dog can be comfortable in their own company. They can settle, they can relax when you leave the room. A dog that genuinely cannot do that isn't just loving, they're anxious. You are their safety net. And without you in sight, their nervous system doesn't know how to regulate itself. Sign number 3, freezing or completely shutting down. A dog that goes completely still, that stops responding, that seems to just switch off. Owners almost always read this as a dog being calm or well-behaved. But in many cases, a dog that freezes is a dog in a state of extreme stress. It's the nervous system's last resort when everything else feels impossible. The dog isn't relaxed, they're overwhelmed. They've shut down because they don't know what else to do. If your dog regularly freezes in certain situations, pay close attention to what's happening around them when it occurs. Sign number 4, aggression. This one surprises a lot of owners. Aggression and anxiety don't seem like they go together, but they absolutely do. A large proportion of dogs that show aggressive behavior are doing so because they're frightened. Growling, snapping, lunging. These aren't always about dominance, very often they're about fear. And fear is anxiety. The dog that reacts to other dogs on the lead. The dog that snaps when a stranger reaches out to pet them. In a lot of these cases, what you're seeing is a dog that has found aggression is the most effective way to make that threat go away. Treating that as purely a behavioral problem without addressing the anxiety underneath is why so many of these dogs never really improve. Sign number 5, loss of appetite and digestive problems. Chronic anxiety has a profound effect on the gut. The same stress hormones that drive the anxiety circuit also disrupt the digestive system. This is why anxious dogs often have inconsistent appetites, loose stools, sensitive stomachs, or recurring digestive issues that vets struggle to explain. If your dog is regularly off their food or has ongoing gut problems without a clear cause, anxiety is worth considering. The symptoms get treated in isolation rather than being connected back to what's happening in the nervous system. It's one of the most commonly missed connections in veterinary practice. Sign number 6, sleeping more than usual or seeming withdrawn. A dog that sleeps a lot, that seems flat, that has lost interest in things they used to enjoy, walks, play, interaction. Most owners put this down to age or assume their dog is just a calm one by nature. But chronic anxiety is exhausting. A nervous system that's constantly on high alert burns through enormous amounts of energy. A dog in that state will often sleep more, withdraw more, and seem less like themselves. If your dog has gradually become quieter and less engaged over time, don't just accept it. It's worth asking whether something deeper is going on. Sign number 7, whale eye and dilated pupils. These are physical signs that most owners have simply never been told about. So whale eye is when you can see the whites of your dog's eyes more than you normally would. It happens when your dog is tense and trying to track something without fully turning their head. It's a small signal, but a reliable one. Dilated pupils are another one. Just like in humans, stress and fear cause the pupils to dilate. If your dog's eyes look wider or darker than usual in a situation that seems completely normal to you, it's often a sign that it doesn't feel normal to them at all. Learning to spot these signs early gives you the chance to step in before things escalate. Sign number 8, recurring physical health problems. This is the one that surprises people the most. Chronic anxiety suppresses the immune system. It causes inflammation. It disrupts sleep, digestion, and the body's ability to recover. So over time, a dog living with anxiety that never gets addressed is at much higher risk of recurring infections, skin problems, joint issues, and a whole range of physical health problems that seem to have nothing to do with how the dog is feeling emotionally. These dogs end up back at the vet again and again, getting treated for one thing after another, and nobody joins the dots back to the anxiety that has been quietly undermining their health the whole time. If you recognised your dog in more than one of those signs, here's what I would encourage you to do. Start with the biology. Regular exercise and a consistent daily routine to bring the cortisol down. Good quality omega-3 fatty acids in the diet, which have been shown to reduce stress hormones and support the brain's ability to regulate anxiety. Positive reinforcement only in any training, because punishment-based methods raise cortisol and make anxiety worse. And directly supporting the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, which is your dog's internal regulator for stress and emotional balance. There are a few ways to do this. Diet plays a role, so does reducing chronic stress in your dog's environment. And for many dogs, a high-quality full-spectrum CBD oil makes a significant difference. It works directly on the receptors in the ECS to help restore the balance the anxiety circuit has been disrupting. Happy Forever Oil, which we developed with the team at Pure Origins, is formulated specifically for this. You can find it at pureorigins.com. The link is in the description. The most important thing is to start, because anxiety in dogs does not get better on its own. But with the right support, most dogs can get significantly better, and that starts with knowing what to look for. If this video helped you see your dog differently, please share it with someone whose dog might be showing some of these signs. And if you could take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel, it genuinely helps us reach the owners who need this information and just haven't found it yet. I'll see you next time. Until then, give your furry friend lots of cuddles from me.